All right. Well, for more on this, we are being joined by Allison Jaslow, former captain, U.S. Army, an Iraq War veteran, and CEO of the Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America. She's joining me live from Raleigh. Thank you so much for joining us, Allison, and thank you so much for your service. We look at this Austin situation. We sort of got it during a news dump on Friday afternoon. And it begs the question, does it suggest that the White House is losing control?
I don't know that that's necessarily the case, but there are certainly more questions than there are answers around this situation. And this is also from an administration that, for most of last year, and we joined them in urging Congress, specifically one senator, to make sure that there were leaders in place across the Department of Defense whose nominations were held up in the Senate. And so I think it is very concerning that the situation even occurred at all, let alone, with the wars, as you mentioned, happening in the background.
And Republican lawmakers are now questioning Austin's role as the defense secretary. Jim Banks has even called on President Biden to replace Lloyd Austin. What are the likelihoods of something like that?
I think it's probably too soon to tell. I think that, there's a bipartisan call for just more clarity here, especially coming out of Congress. And I think that that's sort of the right approach at this juncture. Certainly, as you noted, this was rolled out, or the notification came just as we headed into the weekend last weekend. And so hopefully we'll get a little more transparency around what exactly is going on here as people come online today.
Yeah, well, I hope so. And we'll be watching very closely. Allison Jaslow, thank you so much for joining us on WION, and I look forward to speaking to you again very soon.
Thanks for having me.